Hello and welcome back to InfraSpace. If you all remember, a couple of months ago I had a look at InfraSpace Alpha 1. In that alpha there was no music, no sound at all in fact, and there was very little progress to really be made in terms of the feedback or the progression given by the tutorial, and in terms of the ability to use the technologies that were in the game. So I did just a quick single episode video, kind of just taking a quick first look at the game and seeing what it was about, what it looked like, what was kind of in the bones of the game. And then I stepped away for a little bit, and that little bit turned into more than 2 months, almost 3 months in fact. And now InfraSpace is on Alpha 5.7. So I don't remember if I had access to any of the alphas between 2 and 4, but I've definitely had access again in Alpha 5, and I'm just now finally getting to take another look at this, and I thought I would share it with you as well. So I think there's quite a few more settings here, including the audio settings. It has a neat new sci-fi sounding music track that, as you can hear underneath my voice here a little bit. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit so you can hear it, and then we're going to pull it back down again to play the game, so I don't have to talk over it. It's a really neat sounding track. So let's pull that back down a little bit just so that I don't talk over it. I did put the graphics quality up to high. I'm running on 1080p, of course, as always. Full screen, blah, blah, blah. I did turn on the game activity in background, but I think I'm going to turn off the edge scrolling because I think in this game, edge scrolling is going to be bothersome to me. So that's it. Their key bindings are pretty close to the same, except for the rotate has been moved to the middle mouse button. It used to be, I think, the same as raise road, and that would cause weirdness when you were trying to raise and lower the roads, or trying to rotate, and then all of a sudden the roads would be super high in the air. So we're gonna take a look at this. Take a look at the game now. So let's apply that. I didn't make any changes. Let's apply that one though, and let's start a new game. Just a little warning here about it being an alpha version, which is as seen before, and we also saw this, which is why I may not have had access between alphas 1 and 5, but now I do again. So let's take a look here. So as you can first see, or initially see, there's some upgrades to the graphics of the different nodes of materials here. I don't remember if there's aluminum in before, but there's aluminum now, apparently. Iron and sulfur and copper, iridium, most of the same stuff. I actually think there might have been aluminum in. But the tutorial wants us to get started by putting a road next to sulfur and iron. So here's sulfur and iron. So I'm going to put a road down there. The reason I don't like the edge scrolling, by the way, is because when I reach down here to grab one of these buttons, it starts scrolling. So maybe when the UI is improved, I'm assuming at some later alpha date, and if these buttons aren't right along the edge anymore, that would help with that. But for right now, this works out better for me. I'm just going to put a road in, and it goes underground, as you can see. So one of the things we can do here is just raise it a little bit, and that gives us a little bit of a hill, or perhaps I could just make it shorter segments. Yeah, let's just make shorter segments here, just like that. Okay, so we need to have a sulfur mine. So we're working on concrete production, by the way. We just spent a bunch of concrete here, but we need to have a sulfur mine. And rotating these, let's see, middle mouse. Oh, maybe you can't rotate a mine. I don't think you can. They auto-rotate. So now in Alpha 5, and I can't remember if it was added as of Alpha 5 or in some intervening alpha, but now they auto-connect road to the road via like a driveway. So that's our sulfur mine, and then we need a sand mine as well, and I think I'm going to put that on the other side of the road. And then finally we need a concrete factory, which I believe is under production. Yes, it is. And these I think I can rotate. Maybe not. Okay, it says middle mouse click. I'm doing that, and I'm not getting anything rotating. Not sure. Yeah, right mouse button doesn't do anything. Left mouse button's going to place it, so we'll just go ahead and place it. It's fine. And that put in a little road connector as well. And then finally, we need to build a storehouse for these items. I think that's under miscellaneous. Yeah, there it is. And we'll put that right here as well. Okay, so now we are producing sand and sulfur in order to make concrete. And we should hopefully be storing the concrete in the warehouse. And that's right, you can actually click on the warehouse to see how much is in there. You just have to trust that there's concrete in the warehouse. I don't even think this tells us. No, it doesn't tell us. It must just be that the warehouse serves as a destination point for the concrete and steel, whereas the anything made in the concrete factory sits in that output queue. Anything that gets sent to the warehouse gets put into our storage. Okay, so the next step is to build a basic habitat. I want to build another road first, though, just to kind of build away from the resources a little bit. Let's see, we have copper there, iridium down there. Maybe we can just build off of this road right here and just kind of build our way down here a little bit. Roads are pretty cheap concrete-wise, so I figured we can kind of build a little bit spread out here. So habitats here under basic habitat. And there's now a... can I middle click with that? No, I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe that's broken. There's looks to be some sort of a snap to here going on. And it does point at two of the corners there, but not the other two, which is kind of an interesting thing. Let's go ahead and click that. And right away it demands oxygen. So let's go ahead and build, I'm assuming it's under life support. There it is. Oh, I see. It's like snapping to the whichever road. Okay. So we'll snap it to this road then. That'll produce some oxygen, and then we need to have a spaceport. And I'm going to put the spaceport down here. Where is the spaceport? Was it under miscellaneous? Yeah, there it is. Oh, I see. It's like snapping to the road. Maybe there isn't a rotate anymore then. It's still in the keybinds, but we'll put that down here, and then that'll send the people in. So now we need to grow our town to get 17 total people. The habitat needs oxygen, and the way that the transport seems to work is it produces 1 oxygen and 1 carbon for each process. Once there are 2, then a truck goes. You can see the truck going here. There's also a lot of updates along the way for improvements on the pathing that trucks take, the sort of AI of that, which is really good because I remember reading lots of reports of problems. You can see also that the trucks have color that matches the resource. So that light blue is oxygen. This pinkish color is people coming from the spaceport. Over here we should have a yellow truck for sulfur, and sand is a, well, sand-colored truck. And then I saw the concrete truck sneak out here. There's another one, and it's going to be gray. All right, so now we need to satisfy the needs of our habitats until they upgrade automatically. So here at the habitat, we do have lots of oxygen, but they also need survival food. So we'll go to a survival farm. And I think I'm going to put that in here. The one thing that I wish this game had that it doesn't have is some ability to track how much they actually need, how much they're consuming, and how quickly these things are producing besides sitting here with a stopwatch and timing it. Hopefully that's something that's planned, that can be added in. That way it makes it, well, it would make it a little more akin to other factory/production games. I guess like Factorio and Satisfactory, Dyson Sphere, the other games that I've been playing on my channels lately. But for now, I think this is fine. We can just kind of say, well, that's moving along, but maybe we want another survival farm, just to make everything kind of work a little bit faster. And they are clearly consuming the food because it took a very long time for that to go from 1 blip to 2 blips. So That's good. I'm interested by how they sort of prioritize, like the pink truck in like real world logic. The pink truck carrying the person should have stopped there at the intersection and maybe allowed the other truck to come through. So these are kind of slow. And like I said, they produce 2 food each, or they produce 2 food before the truck will leave. But they are kind of slow. Maybe we could handle a 3rd one. Nope. Oh, habitat is full. Fulfill bottom requirements to upgrade. So that's the requirements here below the line. And now it gives us an estimate as to when the habitat's actually going to upgrade. Perhaps based on when it thinks it's going to get full. Based on the current rate of additional food coming in. Or maybe just once it gets past 50%, then it works. I'm not sure. I did play a little bit just to kind of familiarize myself with the way the game is working now compared to before, or in Alpha 1 when I last played. Plus, it has been almost 3 months, 2.5 months, so it was probably pretty necessary. Now, you know what? I think these trucks are going to make it there before that time is up, or it's really good at estimating time, which it should be because I didn't add anything. I suppose if I had added another food, whatever this thing's called, survival farm, that might have made a difference. Yeah, there it goes. City leveled up. Congrats, your city just reached level 2. You unlock new technologies to research. Hooray. So our new quest here is to build a research lab. And I think I want to build that maybe on even another road this way. Let's see. And I might even go further up depending on, let's see, research lab? No, we're fine here. Let's build this actually, no, let's build a research lab up here. And the research lab needs to have Science Pack 1 brought in. So we also need to build a Science Pack 1 factory, which I think I'm going to build down here on this intersection, or near this intersection. And now we need to research electronics. That's here in the research menu. We're going to select that. And in order to make Science Pack 1, we need to have 5 iron ore and 2 carbon to make 1 Science Pack. We haven't started mining iron yet, so we need to set up a mine. I think we'll do 2 mines, because 5 is an awful lot. And that might just take a minute for that to... Actually, no, it got workers pretty fast. Okay, so we have a little bit of a shortage of workers. Can these hold... Oh, they're already holding all 12 people. Oh, so we have new requirements down here, too. So we need to make computers, and we need to have park points, whatever those are. I think it might be prudent to maybe add another habitat. It would also help me judge if I need more air processors and more basic farms to get a new habitat spun up. Let's try that. It might be a bad thing to do, but we'll try it anyway. Right there. And then that should hopefully mean that this, oxygen truck just lit out to go that way. See all these food trucks. Yeah, see, we're producing a lot of extra food with the 2. It's good to kind of seed it up, it looks like, but they kind of need, or you need them to kind of help spin it up, but once they're producing, then they're kind of overproducing. Although we did just drain all of our oxygen into that one. But these are... Actually, they're not yet. We'll see if this stabilizes or how it looks. Okay, so we do have some research done on electronics. You can see that up here. It looks like we got 1 point out of, or 1 science pack out of 5. But we did just deliver number 2. Interesting, the science packs go in a truck all by themselves. Although that kind of makes sense because they require so much materials that they're not made that often. Yes, that truck just let out there. Okay. And I guess I should have probably put these habitats along this road, given that this is where the food in the air is, but Again, this is kind of a design or a discovery thing. All right, we're up to 4 now. This should be number 5 right here, and that'll give us electronics. So the habitat mentioned that we need park points, so there is a park that we can build at some point. It's currently grayed out, and there's nothing telling me what I need to do to get there, but that's okay. This says that I finished the tutorial, but as you can see, I haven't finished the tutorial. This is probably where the tutorial ended in the last episode, but you know, in Alpha 1, but they just didn't take that alert out. Okay, so let's see. Need to satisfy the needs of the habitat. So we need to figure out how to make parks, which I don't know how, and we need to figure out how to make computers. Well, I'm sure computers are here someplace. Yeah, computers are there, so we need microchips next, and we'll get that science going. And parks, are parks here? There's stadiums. Are parks here someplace? Ah, there it is. Large buildings unlocks parks. So maybe we should step up our science production even more. Are we getting in enough? Not quite. We're not quite getting in enough iron to keep it going. So if I add maybe another iron mine right here, that'll give me a little bit more to get me up to speed on this. But maybe I also want to have some more even. Let's do another Science Pack 1 factory. Put that right next to this one. And then I'd like to put in another, maybe 2 iron mines, if we have enough workers. No, actually we didn't. We had 35 workers and now we have 38 jobs. So, I've actually overtaxed it already. But maybe we could add another habitat? I suppose that wouldn't hurt. Doesn't seem to be affecting us yet. These are both full. This has 4 survival food, and this has 12 oxygen, and this has 5 survival food. So let's put 1 more habitat in here and see if that helps any. Or it gives us some more workers. It needs 15... Oh, I'm just too close. Okay. Right there. And then that'll get the oxygen it needs and the food it needs, and then it'll upgrade. Just like everything else. I like how the trucks kind of lurch out of their driveways there. It's like they're doing I don't know, pulling on the e-brake there or something, and pulling a sharp turn there. Let's put 1 more iron mine down now that we are putting people in habitats. Can I get this in here? I saw it blink. I saw it blip. Right there. Good. And that'll get some more iron ore much closer to this one. And I think if my eyeball estimates were correct, 5 of these should produce just about enough iron for 2 of these. This one's filling up first, but it's going to have a buffer that maxes out at some point. And then this one is now filling up also. So I think if my eyes were correct just by watching these things fill up, 5 of these should supply about 2 of these. Give or take. It's going to be close. It looked like 3 would have been too much for 1. 2 definitely wasn't enough. But worst case, we just add 1 more iron mine. That'll be fine. So yeah, right now it's prioritizing the this one over the other one. And we upgraded this habitat to level 2. And the advantage, of course, having 2 of these science pack factories is that I can... Yeah, we're not getting quite enough iron into this one yet. But is it a buffering issue of this one getting a priority, or is it a... Well, eventually it shouldn't be. It might just be that we need 1 more mine. Maybe it is 3-1. Again, without having exact numbers and without taking a stopwatch to the progress bars, I don't know. Okay. I'm not sure if there's anything else we can build. We are still making, I think, enough concrete to satisfy what we have concrete needs for. At some point, we're probably going to have to step that up a little. Why are we not getting very much sand? This produces 1 sand every... Gosh, I wish I could see how fast that was going. Looks like about 6 seconds. Whereas this is producing 1 sulfur every... about 6 seconds also. So these should be pretty close to the same. And they are keeping together, it looks like. There's not quite enough production to keep this concrete factory going non-stop, it looks like. Yeah, not quite. Why does it look like it's getting... So we can always step that up. It's not quite getting enough of everything, I don't think. Just timing-wise. Because there is this pause here for about a machine cycle. And that's about 4 seconds, so that makes sense, because one of these should need to have 1 concrete every 6 seconds, or 1 sulfur and 1 sand every 6 seconds. These are producing at about every 6 seconds, or every 4 seconds. These are producing about every 6 seconds. So that makes sense that I guess I would need 2 concrete factories to 3 sulfur mines and 3 sand mines. But I think we're okay for right now. Guess I could kind of eyeball time this too. That looks a little bit longer, maybe 8 or 10 seconds. Oh, we're short on carbon now? Okay, those are all full of oxygen, and yeah, we're just short on carbon now. Wow. That might be 7 seconds, or it might be 6 seconds and I just counted too fast. I don't have a stopwatch, I'm just counting in my head. And these are a bit slower. These are definitely slower. And it looks like the research is instantaneous as soon as that truck gets delivered. Because watch. Truck in, count up. So, and carbon's a little bit short. So what we could potentially do is produce some more carbon. Oh, research complete. We unlocked microchips and can now build a microchip factory. Great. So let's do this large buildings research here. It's going to take a little bit of time, but maybe we should do another atmosphere processor. I'm hoping that I can get a road through here. Yes, I can. Okay. What I'm not certain about is, does the oxygen here continue, or does it continue to allow carbon to build up, or is carbon kind of a byproduct where the oxygen won't, if the oxygen gets full, whatever full is, 10 or 20 or whatever, then the carbon also stops? That I'm not sure about. So I think we could use some, we could do some additional mining, additional science here. We could even go and find another iron node, like over here, and set up a dedicated area of this, even if it's not, I'll bet you it has to be connected due to the workers. I was gonna say, even if it's not connected to the main city. But it also needs to have carbon from here, so that makes some sense. But we do have more room where we could set up more iron mines, so maybe we should just do that. This does appear to be enough iron. It's a little hard to tell because we're starving on carbon. But this does appear to be enough iron, so like a 5-to-2 kind of ratio. Yeah, that looks like 7 seconds to me. Let's go ahead and add a couple more iron mines here. I guess we'll need to add 3. Let's put a road in over here. can put them way up there too and stuff. Interesting. Okay, and then another one of these science labs here. Science pack 1. I'll put it right there. Okay, and I don't know if that's still gonna be too much carbon draw now, especially with the oxygen building up. It might be. I don't know how else to make carbon though. If there's even another way to make carbon. At least the research is going pretty fast. Was there a speed thing here? Or was it just pause and... It must just be pause and continue. Let's see if the settings... Key bindings... Yeah, it's just pause and play. So you're getting iron ore now, and you need carbon. Yeah. So yeah, carbon's going to be our bit of a hitch. Oh, we need more workers too. Well, let me do. Oopsie. What did I do? Oh, I did Q and E. Do a rotate the map. Let's put in another habitat. We seem to be supporting everyone just fine on the habitat we have. Put in another one. That'll send out a barrage of trucks here. And yeah, everybody else is happy. Barrage of trucks with food. Although they didn't send out all that much food compared to possibly the amount of oxygen. So we might need another life support survival farm. Right in here. Oh yes, we definitely needed more food. So hopefully 3 of them will be enough to get to support 4 of these. I don't know how fast they consume. Is there a little bit of a something there, or is that just a weird glitch? It's gotta be a weird glitch because we don't even have computers unlocked yet, or parks for that matter. We could look at making the microchip factory, I suppose. Let's see. Nope. Refinement. There, oh, electronics factories first. So that's going to take... Let's put one of those down. That's going to take iron ore and copper ore. And then the microchip factory is going to take sand and electronics. Okay. Well, let's bulldoze those. For now. And let's think about where we should put those. So it needs iron and copper ore. Here's copper. We do have more iron over here as well, and then sand. Maybe we should continue this road this way and build this stuff in this direction somewhere. Even going out, well, I guess we can go that far. Even going out like this far and up into there eventually as well. Let's come around like this. It's not really what I wanted you to do, but okay. There we go. That's what I wanted. So we can put some iron mines down there. We can come over here and hit up the copper as well. Maybe something like this. And like this. And then... Oopsie. And then like this. What did I do? Okay, we got a habitat upgraded. What happened to this road? We'll deal with that later then. Okay, so let's do a refinement electronics factory. We'll put it up here at the intersection of the 2 roads. That needs to have 1-to-1 copper and iron, so we can set up some mines for that. Iron mine goes on the iron patch, clearly. Let's do a couple of those. And then we'll do a couple of copper mines as well. And those, I'm assuming, work at about the same rate, so we'll let those go. And you're starting to get some iron ore because we had some surplus over here. Because we have a dearth of carbon. Yeah. That's okay. I don't like this road won't let me delete it, though. That's annoying. Can I move? Oh, wait, I'm not on the road thing anymore. Does that make a difference? We've unlocked large buildings, and we can now build a park. It's not going to let me work. So there's some sort of a bug here with the roads. When I clicked back, it broke the road instead of just like telling me, no, you can't do it. Let's take a look at what a park is. That's probably in miscellaneous? No, where did we see that? Services? There it is. A park. It needs 180 concrete. Maybe it's time to step up our concrete production. We said 2 of these to 3 of each of these, so that would work. Why do we not have any copper ore coming in yet? Oh, because this is broken. Okay, let's fix that hopefully maybe then. No, it won't let me... Well, crap. Can I bulldoze the copper mines? No, it's not letting me bulldoze anything now. Okay, it's most certainly stuck. Which might be a problem. I'm gonna... Actually, let's go ahead and stop here. I will see if there's an autosave. And if not, I'll try and recreate this as much as I reasonably can off camera, and then we'll come back in and take a look at what's next in the game. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Dionic Software, for providing me with access to this game to play for you today. And if you are interested in this game, keep an eye on the channel. Keep an eye on Dionic Software. By the way, Dionic Software is the developers of Founder's Fortune, which I actually haven't played on my channel yet, and I need to do that. So maybe a series of that will come soon also. So thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.